you gonna help me tell the scary story? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Julia. Nice to meet you and thanks for stopping by. Alice is gonna listen to this story too. So I'm sure you can tell by the title, today's video is something I have never done before. It's funny because my little sister is always telling me like, you should do scary story times, you should do scary story times, because I've experienced lots of paranormal activity throughout my life, and so she's always just like, you should make a video of that. So I was like, you know what, it's good timing near Halloween, so I was like, why not, I'll tell you guys a scary story. And this is true, like this really happened and everything, so like I'm not making it up or anything, like everything really did happen.
It's time to meet our 3 contestants.
That was freaking weird. Oh my god. You guys, my freaking TV. My TV just turned on. I'm not kidding. And the remote is right here. Alright, see, that's another reason why I kind of have put off like telling scary stories, is because, oh my gosh, that was so weird, you guys. You guys all saw that, right? You heard that? Hocus Pocus was on, but so anytime I like, you know, talk about or watch a lot of scary things is when more scary things happen. So Exhibit A, it was kind of weird. Oh god, that was creepy. I'm glad Alice is in here with me because I'd be like, okay, it all started when it was my sister's first birthday, and my dad and my stepmom had gotten her this really cool, it was kind of like a standing stuffed animal horse that you could just like sit on and pretend to ride. Like it didn't move or anything, it was just like, I don't know, it was cool. Like I think I was like 11 at the time, so I was like, oh, this is so cool, like I wish I had one my size. Like it was a cool toy. So when it was her birthday, when we finally gave it to her, like I was like, oh my god, she's gonna love it. But right away, so we put her on the horse, and right away she cried. She didn't like it. She didn't like it, which, I mean, it's a little weird, but like, hey, she's a little baby. Like little babies are scared of weird things, so you never know. But she hated it. Like right off the bat, she wouldn't even let us put her on it. Oh, and we got this horse, they got it at Fry's, like brand new. It's not like they got it at like a thrift store or anything like that. Like they bought it brand new from Fry's grocery store. So the house we were living in at the time was it was kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It was really old, and it was just creepy things would happen. Like lights would turn on and off, like fans would turn on and off, and I just always felt like something was watching me. Like I was just always scared in that house. So that's the background on that. Eventually we ended up moving closer to town and in a newer house. Obviously, like the horse came with us, and by this time my sister was around 3 or 4, so she could talk, and she had 2 separate rooms. She had a playroom, and then she had her like bedroom, and she would always make me or ask me to move the horse. Like if she wanted to go in her playroom, she would ask me to move her horse in her room, or vice versa. Like she didn't want to be in the same room as the horse. It was really weird. And so I was like, why? Like she was just like, please, I'm scared, and I would like tease her and be like, no, I'm not moving, and she would like cry and be like, please, like, and so I'd fine, move the horse back and forth. So then finally I'm just like, well, why are you scared of it? And she said, well, it talks to me. And I was like, what? And I was like, well, what does it say? And she never really said what it said. She just said like bad things, and she said that it would tickle her, and like she would like have dreams that it was tickling her, and she would cry, and she was just scary. And I was like, well, in the dreams, does it talk to you, or does it talk to you in real life? And she said, no, it talks to me, and then I dream and that it tickles me. So really creepy. And so I was like, well, does it have a name? And she said, yeah, Charlie. And I don't remember if that was the exact name. It was something like that, but something very generic, like Charlie or Phil, just not a typical name that a little kid would name their stuffed animals. You know how little kids, they name their stuffed animals like Brownie or Princess or Cookie, like, you know what I mean? So it was really weird that she said like a name like that, like Charlie. And I was like, that's kind of weird. And so At this time, this house we lived in, kind of similar things, like weird things would happen, you know, like the shower turned on and shower doors would shut, and like just some weird things happen. Like, for example, I was babysitting Sarah, that's my sister, one night, and it was just us, and we were sitting in the living room, and my dad and my stepmom, in their room, they had their shower was one of the ones where it was like a door and it shuts, and like when it shuts, it's loud. So I heard that noise, I heard it shut, and I was like, what? And I didn't want to like scare Sarah or anything, so I was just like, maybe it was like the house settling, or I don't know. So I just ignored it. And so then about a minute later, I hear the shower turn on, and I was like, oh my gosh. And my sister kind of didn't really notice, like, or anything, so I just got up. I didn't want to scare her, so I just went and I started going towards their room, and then I heard it shut off, and by the time I got in their room to the bathroom, it was off, but there was water dripping, like it had just been turned off. And I was like, so just stuff like that would happen. And this all relates or whatever to the horse, so just keep listening. So another time, my grandma came and stayed the night, and she slept in my sister's playroom with the horse in it. And she said in the middle of the night, she woke up because one of Sarah's toys was going off saying, peekaboo, I see you, peekaboo, I see you, over and over and over again. And to the point where she had to take the toy and put it in the garage because she couldn't sleep. And so the next morning, I was like, when she was telling us, I was like, well, what time was it, Grandma? And she was like, oh, it was like about 3, which, if you guys know, I guess, so supposedly 3 o'clock is supposed to be like a witching hour or whatever, an hour time of the day when spirits, 3 o'clock in the morning, when spirits can come out easier. I don't really know, but it's just, I've always been scared of 3 o'clock. And so that was freaking weird. So anyways, weird things would happen. And so then eventually we got rid of the horse. I don't remember what they did with it, actually. Like, I don't remember if they gave it to Goodwill or if, I don't remember what they did with it. But they got rid of it. And ever since that happened, ever since the horse was no more, no weird things happened in that house, like, since the remainder of the time I was living there, whatever, and then I eventually moved out. But once the horse was gone, like, no weird stuff would happen anymore. It was kind of freaky. So, I mean, I don't know, I always hear how, you know, spirits or demons or whatever, they can attach themselves to objects and items. Like, you always hear about like haunted dolls and stuff like that, where they attach themselves to an object. And so the house that it was originally in, that old house where that house like was haunted, like, or weird stuff, something was in that house. So I don't know if something or one of the things or the thing that was in that house attached itself to that stuffed animal, and that's why, you know, weird stuff happened when we moved to the new house. I don't know, but it was weird, and my sister still to this day like remembers it, and she's like, oh, I was so scared of that horse. So yeah, if weird stuff all of a sudden starts happening, maybe something is attached to one of your new toys or something, I don't know. Anyways, comment down below if you guys liked this kind of video, if you want to hear more paranormal stories, because I have a couple of them. And comment down below if anything like this has ever happened to you, if you've experienced something similar. I like to hear other people's scary stories too. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a spooky night. Well, I hope you don't have a spooky night if you don't want to be scared. Or goodbye, guys.